following is a special presentation of MRE Uno, Division 2.
Hello everyone and welcome to our final losers round 1 matchup. A bit of a kind of an inverse here from earlier today, as we had a losers round 2 matchup, but now we're going to have our last losers round 1 matchup to close out that round specifically. But besides that, I'm your host G-Man, and for our final losers round 1 matchup, we will be having number 8 seeded Hockey going up against the LCQA winner, number 11 seeded Jenna. Quite the interesting match we got here, but let's quickly take a look at the losers bracket specifically. Unfortunately, we didn't get it updated from Short, but he's busy today, so that's all good. But just to recap you on what happened, Taslim was able to bring it back from down 3-1 earlier today, win that matchup 4-3, moves on to the next round. We'll face Alex in losers quarterfinals. That will be a good match to watch out for. That will be tomorrow at 10:30 a.m. Eastern time, so make sure you watch out for that one. And then for this one, we have it going on right now. This is the last match that will determine the final guaranteed promotion spot for D1 next year. So winner of this match goes into D1 for next season. Both definitely looking to get the job done here so they can have that D1 spot for next year. Otherwise, they will have to wait and see whether they would get a spot due to retirement or whatnot, which is not necessarily what both players want to rely on, but loser of this will have to wait and see on that. In terms of getting here, Hockey lost in winners round 1 to White Spider 4-3, and was waiting here. And then Jenna, after winning 4 straight in the LCQ, beat number 6 seeded Gone in the first round, and then lost to Alex 4-3 in a very, very close match. She looks to continue her momentum here down in losers, but let's go over to the stream here. I'm joined by Yoshi again. I know he's going to take a bit more of a limited commentary role since the voice is still not great. We heard it from earlier this morning, but hasn't seen too much improvement, so he's going to take a bit more of a limited role here. But I'm still going to try to help out with commentary, and he's going to help be our ref. But Yoshi, I mean, I'm not going to try to ask something that's going to be require like a 4-minute speech or anything like that, but I mean, with this matchup, I mean, just simply put, what's really the what's going to be the goal for both players here in terms of how they start the match and then how they use that to finish it?
Okay. So yeah, I think the goal for these two is to kind of figure out the other's play style and see if they can capitalize on any mistakes they make. Because I mean, Jenna with her style alone is very good at understanding how to kind of win using her play style. She doesn't switch up too much, but she still figures out like how to use that against her opponent, and I feel like that's where she's gonna try and get the win. So that's the big thing for Jenna, and then for Hockey, it could come down to the speed or keeping a pace that he's comfortable with, or just trying to give some looks that may have the opponent do a move that helps them. Like I don't know, it's just little stuff like that where you have to strategically figure out what you think the player's gonna do. I think Hockey's really good at like speeding the pace up and making the player go for a preemptive move that doesn't end up actually being the best move. They're both good at power play, so I don't think there's much concern on that. I am curious on how they're going to use it, because they might not use it for the finish.
All right. I mean, going to the table here, I'll type a question out for Hockey, but I mean, for Jenna, you've been kind of on a big run here, starting in the LCQ, won 4 straight there, beat Gone in winners round 1. Very, very close to beating Alex in the winner semis, but came up just short. in that matchup, and you're down here in losers round one. What do you take? What do you take from the run so far to try to keep the momentum here? And what do you generally do to try and I guess to move on from the close loss against Alex to just make sure you have that momentum still keep going, because you've been one of the players who has been on quite a burner thus far in this bracket, to be honest, in the playoffs in general. Yeah, no, that's fine. But that's fine. I mean, I'm just saying the question. You could just type it out. Uh, what do you how do you quickly reset yourself from the close Alex loss to make sure you're keeping that momentum going forward that you've had so far in these playoffs to try to get the job done here today? So Jenna's going to be typing that up. I got the question for hockey here, so he'll answer that. We'll see what he says there, but yeah, once we get comments from both players, we'll get things going here. Yeah, I mean, again, this is kind of the interesting thing where we have these new matchups, and this matchup is another one that has not happened this season, so it's going to be interesting to see how both players adapt to how each plays. I do think this is going to be a quicker series, but we'll see who ends up coming out the winning side of it. Yeah, both typing up their responses here. Once we get that, we will get things set for game number one. All right, for Jenna, I have to keep trying. Have to try keeping my head straight, because during the match with Alex, I kept getting myself fixed up on what I should do and really allowed him to win games. I know I should have played better matches, and if I didn't hesitate so much. So I mean, hesitation is the real key for Jenna here. Going to the match is my takeaway from that comment. And when not to do that. But we'll see what hockey has to say. Oh, I thought you sent it. No, not yet. Still typing it. Oh, sometimes with these hockey comments, it's like a very long type, and then it's just like maybe like 10 words long. So taking a lot of thought in this.
Yeah, I mean, we see that with a few players, to be honest. Um, but it's fine.
Okay, here we go. Okay, this is a little longer than 10 words. Well, last game I got too cocky and let my opponent steal the win, so I think what I'm going to do is be more careful. I was too careless with White Spider, and that's what made me lose. Alright, so hesitation and making sure you're not underestimating your opponent seem to be the two keys here, but with that said, we'll be ready to get things going. Yoshi will give us the game one call here. It can be anything. It'll be hockey's call. I presume he'll be doing it through text here to save his voice, so we'll see what hockey goes with. Although, if I had to guess, he's going with 7.
I'll try to make comments here and there, but I'll no.
Yeah, no,
For the most part, I will
don't
be
kill
the
don't kill
priority.
your voice here. So, all good. Hockey taking a second here. And there it is. So, starts at 7, goal reliable, and we'll see how this gets going here as we start game number 1. It shows up, starts it up, and we are beginning with a green 3 to kick things off here. And winner of this match gets the promotion spot. So, not on the line here, but Hockey's going to start with a double. Alright, Jenna goes one up. And Hockey going pretty aggressive here. There's a +2 on there as well. Jenna just playing it cool. Oh, and Hockey's going to find the switch there. Jenna taking a second to think of this. No draws, so it doesn't have anything. And that's a, oh man, it's double 1 to go into Uno. Hockey's just kind of been running through this so far. Red 5. And Hockey does not have the finish there, so was able to get the Uno but couldn't quite get down to the finish. And Jenna's just going to keep running this red. That was a really good start from Hockey, but just couldn't find that last card to close out game 1 very quickly. And Jenna's gonna go yellow here, and Hockey doesn't have yellow. That's interesting because that's all 4 colors we've gone through now. So goes with the 4, and finds the +4. So gets a good draw there, and that is a humongous bailout. Jesus. So Hockey starts it off 1-0. I don't really got much to say on that. Big bail there to close that one.
Yeah, I predicted that Hockey had a yellow to the finish, but clearly not. Or actually, it could have been, but because the last draw had to have been a +4. Yeah, definitely almost a plan A for Hockey, but just a few draws to end.
Yeah, I mean, I think we could just go to game number 2 here. There's not really much you could take from that. But again, we were expecting quick series. We are getting a quick series so far. So, gonna go to game 2 here. Hockey's call just can't be 7. And it goes 1 up. So I would expect the 7-8 for the most part from Hockey here. Just gonna see how it goes. And starts with the yellow 2. And that's another double start from Hockey. And again, Jenna only going with 1. And Hockey's going to go for the switch again here. And that's going to be a slap in the face. So Jenna fighting back. And draws on the blue reverse, so didn't have much else there, but did throw a +2 down. Hockey's going to keep it blue. But Jenna might have been able to find the switch here. Oh no, she has a blue 0. So gets the blue 0 off the draw, and that actually forces Hockey to draw here, so this might be a stall out. And indeed it is. Oh, I forgot to start. Sorry, crap. I think about it when it's fast. Yes, the timer might not be fully accurate, but I think it's around the area. I think it's about a minute. There you go. I think that's about it. Yeah, stall out on the blue 0 here, so might have a draw city going. And I believe that's what we really are having right now. Jenna typing something up. It's going to be a wild green, so she's going to artificially break it. I would expect Hockey has something here. Has another double here. It's been a good use of ammo so far for Hockey. And a quick switch to the yellow. Hockey looking for the pre-type here. Jenna taking a second to think, just try to slow the pace down a little bit. Goes the yellow 2. Hockey goes 1 down from his initial card played. It's table check. Jenna does have the lead. First table check of the game. This game's also been longer than the other one. That's another wild here, so we go red now. And Hockey's going to respond with a +4 to green. So Hockey goes down to 3. Jenna's going to respond right back with a +2. And green 2. So green 6 here. We'll see how that affects Hockey, but definitely wanted to run this green a bit. Goes to the 3. Hockey's still running it on green here. Green 8. And Hockey finally runs out on green here, so Jenna able to get the payoff she was hoping for. And she's going to switch it right away, so kind of playing Disruptor a bit with the 6. I think Hockey played a 6 before, so. And that's going to be it, so +4s, so that makes it 1-1, so we split that first half, ends it in 4 minutes, so again, timer was a bit off, we'll just put it there, but Jenna able to find an answer to make it 1-1, so, and Hockey not pleased with that, but I think there's a little bit more I could take from this. I mean, Jenna, I think again you didn't really have the greatest start per se. You were definitely a bit behind, but I think really that stall out on the blue 0 here there. I think that was that based off the draw. I think that's what you were able to get there. I mean, from that point, able to run it through. Just tell me what the thought process it was as you were going through Draw City and just trying to navigate your way through the game as you were kind of getting thrown ammo at times from left to right.
Yeah, it definitely seemed more of like a game where it was relatively even. I mean, I mean, from what we could tell, well, I guess Jenna had a bit more wilds, but it was definitely so smart for her um, to basically do what she felt the right move was. I think like every move made sense. It was like, +4, let me +2. I don't want the game to end, and I think that's exactly what stopped Hockey from winning. It seemed like he had just greens to the finish, but because of that +2, it definitely disrupted that. Also, Alex is it would be willing to yeah, I'm good with it.
Yeah, okay. We'll give Yoshi a breather here. Alex, you can come into the booth here to help us out with co-commentary. But I mean, that's the end of the first homestand with Hockey, and we have a 1-1 split here. I mean, this has kind of been the projected fast game that we were expecting. But anything you noticed in that game too that may have changed the result a little bit?
Well, actually, just got back from helping. I can quickly
Oh.
look as
Okay.
no, like, don't worry.
Nah, it's all
Basically,
good.
I'm just noticing Jenna's sort of like, I noticed a common theme with her, with how she plays, and it's that she loves the ISOs, and then she will switch back into the color that you need if only it benefits her. Sort of like most players' play styles with CS. It's weird, but she also saves the ammo like she needs to.
Yeah.
As
Hockey's
far as I can
comments to the question. He has no takeaways from as he goes to his away stance. So interesting insight there. But going to be game 3 here. Yoshi will give the call to Jenna. Only card so she can't pick is 8. So we'll be curious
Yeah,
to see
very,
what she
very
starts
good
with. Goes with
insight
10.
from hockey.
Goes with 10. I mean, she usually likes the mid-range, sometimes upper mid-range, so like 10, 11, 12. So this is not really that surprising, but we'll see what she does here to try to make this 2-1 in her favor.
Now we're just waiting on hockey.
Joins up. And it's any second now. And Jenna starts it. We start with red 8. So nothing too crazy on these starts here so far. So
Yeah, that's
none of those weird variant situations where you start on like a reverse or a +2, or even a wild. We had one earlier today with the wild +4 start, but
Yeah, I feel like that's good. That just finally means the bot's calming down. We just go 2 down this time.
I mean, I think those varied starting card. The very starting card is kind of interesting. It does throw a loop, but again, third game in a row where hockey starts with a double.
Yeah. Well, the only reason I was saying that with the bot was because I remember when we had like one color like the entire series or something.
I think it was like the first. I think it was one color through like every game -1, and it was the same card like 3 of them. But
Yeah,
running
exactly.
red right now.
Yeah, just running the fire, you know.
Right.
Just walking on some lava balls.
Running the flame, you could say. But anyways,
Anyways,
again, just kind of
7.
been going red here. I am interested because the hockey doesn't do the quick switch this time because the first 2 games he did a double into a switch.
Yeah.
And there it is, just as I say it. Kind of brought it into existence.
You speak of the devil and the devil shall appear.
Yeah, this has been a somewhat similar start for hockey all 3 games, even though he's not the homestand for this one.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's my chair creaking.
You're good.
Ooh, and a crossover here
Jenna
from
with the
Jenna.
push.
She's gonna respond back for this time, and hockey has it covered here on the green.
Are we gonna see another 5? The 5-ception.
I'm wondering if Jenna just runs yellow, or not yellow, runs green, or if she somehow has another yellow 5, and at that point that officially shuts down the green.
Yeah. We'll see. Or even the possibility of a rainbow if we get blue 5.
Red, green, yellow. I mean, that would be a bit of a disrupted rainbow, but I guess we could count it. But
Yeah, well, disrupted, but yeah.
no, she has no green at all. So that's a weak color there.
Weak color or just faking it. We never know.
I think there was some truth to that draw there, but ooh, finds a green +2.
Color switch maybe? Alpha +2.
This could be a few choices here. Green skip.
Ooh.
I'm wondering if maybe she didn't have a number or something to close it out. That could definitely be a possibility, and she finds it here.
Yeah, or just a connection. It's very common with a lot of people's playstyles, I feel.
I could see a number placed down here, but there could be a switch. No, okay, no.
Ooh.
Maybe she drew. Maybe she drew the skip and then had that because maybe she didn't want to end on the +2.
Yeah, I feel like she maybe didn't want to end on that +2, so that way it didn't come back to like a +4.
Hockey's gonna get the switch.
The yellow.
Gives the yellow that Jenna was looking for, and no, Jenna denies it. Jenna now wants to stay green, and that makes hockey the draw. That forces hockey the draw. That's actually a good play to stall things out for Jenna, doing something similar she did in game 2.
Yeah. Jenna is one of those people I feel like plays the stall style.
I think she plays it well. She doesn't try to go for it long. She goes for it to do what she needs. But
yeah.
Yeah, and again, hockey kind of in the advantage here. And when he thinks he's got away with it, Jenna finds a way to get a stall going, and now we have potentially another draw city incoming.
Or maybe Jenna's got a double.
She has the red, so I'm
Wait,
wondering if maybe that's what she drew.
or maybe she already had that from the past.
Yeah. Might be something we have to ask after the game, but
Yeah, that'd be
6-6
pretty
here.
cool.
Hockey has possession arrow. And he draws
Ooh.
on red, so that's 2 color for Hockey.
2 color, or potentially 1 color.
Definitely a possibility, but won't know for sure until we find one of those other ones.
We definitely won't. Am I the only one that feel the pace is slowed down for both of them?
I think it definitely has slowed down a bit. We just hit 5 minutes here. I think Jenna's kind of slowed down this pace a bit also, and that's really worked wonders for her. Well, she's going to go for the reverse train here, and a 3-card switch.
Yeah, 3-card switch.
And Hockey's had enough of it, goes with the wild into the yellow.
I mean, that's not a bad idea.
And
Just to give her
responds
some
with
cards.
responds with a no.
I mean, you definitely can.
I won't let you change it to blue. Here's some of the table talk.
Yeah, we love some table talk, don't we?
Indeed we do. We'll see what Jenna does here, though. I mean, that's four freshies in her hand now. Okay.
What
Yellow
is
3. That's Hockey and their collection of Pepe emotes. Ditto.
Oh, yeah.
First ditto of the game.
Let's get that Pokemon out.
One up this
One up
time for
this
the yellow. Goes with a 7.
7-4. Bad hand in poker, but I guess it's working in Uno.
Okay, that's another 0 here, and that actually forces Hockey to
Ooh.
draw.
I think that was a nice play.
We'll see what Jenna does. Yellow 4.
Another 4. Oh no, is that another 4? Yeah, that's another 4.
That's another 4. And Hockey's gonna. Well, Hockey just gave the blue, so now we go blue. Reluctantly blue, potentially.
Or maybe that's just a fake face. Who knows?
Table
after
3-3. Jenna has the position arrow.
After what happened between me and Steven, I cannot really take anyone's for what they say anymore.
Blue +4. Is this gonna be it? No, it's just Uno.
Just Uno.
And based off that comment, Hockey might have something back here to stall this, or not stall this, or like keep this going. No, he has blue, so might be a good ice here. Oh no, the number efficiency! Oh, that's gonna do it. And Jenna goes up 2-1. Wow.
I had a feeling that was about. I feel like it was either gonna be a 2 or just a red, but still.
Unfortunate for Hockey. I feel like he had a few options here. Unfortunately, picked the wrong one, but Jenna's gonna find a way to go up 2-1. I mean, Jenna, I mean, you went for the +4 there, and then red 2, and you were likely banking on the on a switch there, so you could get the yellow 2 to finish. Thoughts after that one, and how you were feeling throughout that? Longest game of the series so far, also.
How many minutes?
7 minutes.
7 minutes. Fair enough. Yeah, I was about to say you got the question for Hockey, right?
I was gonna say, like, I actually really liked the +4 from Hockey because you make a switch like that and you're down low. That could be the color you need to win the game. I mean, it just became the only problem was he could only run the yellow for so long, and then when he tried to switch, just didn't work. I mean, I don't know if he had a red number to play, and which I understand if he thought, oh, let's just switch into blue and it's fine. Didn't think about the other 2, but definitely could have considered. You know what? I switched out of yellow. Maybe you still have one more, so I'm gonna keep the red. Like, Hockey could have thought about that.
All right, so Hockey's going to stay with the current plan here. He feels he has confidence in it. Going gone putting his support for Jenna here. Okay. Hockey gotta prove the non-believers wrong here, but we're gonna jump into game 4 here. Yoshi will have the call. It can't be 10, so. Also for Jenna's response, thinking saving the +4, don't want to mess it up and just wanted to see what would happen, so ended up paying off there. And I forgot to change the possession arrow. Great, but it was Jenna's, so.
I have an idea of what Jenna's gonna pick. I'm not gonna say it out loud, but I'll let you know if it's correct.
We'll see what Jenna goes here. I mean, I have a number in my head too, but I think there's a few possibilities here. Okay, that was not the number in my head.
That was not mine either.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be 12, but it goes one down with 9.
I thought it was gonna be 11. Just one up.
Yeah, we'll see what Jenna does. Looking to make it 3-1 here.
As Hockey joins up.
Yeah, there's a start here to start with a green 5.
Green 5.
I mean, my question is Hockey going to start with a double again?
The double-double.
That would be 4 games in a row. He would have done that, but we'll see what happens. Jenna starts with the green 9. And yes, he does. So, 4 for 4. But that gives Hockey possession arrow. And Jenna's gonna do the switch here this time. So Jenna looking to take control of the colors.
I mean, yeah, if you get control early, I feel that's a very good thing.
Yeah, Hockey gonna go cubing it. And we'll see what Jenna runs on this red here. At this point at red with 9, it's really could come down to either plan A or just whoever draws first here.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
Jenna went with 1 down here. We'll see what Hockey responds with. He responds with a ditto, so there's another one.
Oh, here's the Pokemon.
And Jenna goes up with the 8 here, so that's both 7s and both 8s off the table. And Hockey's going to go for a big run here, throws +6 down. And a wild blue artificial closer to close that off. That is going to get him close. Again, Hockey definitely looking to get the victory here in this game. Doesn't want to go down 3-1.
3-1s are hard to come back from.
I mean, you'd say that, but I mean, we also earlier today did have someone come back from 3-1, so definitely not impossible. Jenna's gonna go with the blue
no.
skip,
I'm not
and the
saying
wild
it's
yellow.
impossible.
No, I know you
Yeah,
are. It's just additional commentary, but
Oh no, I get that. Believe me, I'm new.
and
I'm new.
that's Uno. And Jenna's gonna stay confident with it. It goes to the +2, and the reverse,
That is
and the 6.
wow. That is
Triple play.
crazy.
Triple. And he draws. Yeah, I know what.
I just saw that. Okay, so
I mean, assuming that
I
wasn't
think
a
we know
fake,
what
we know what
Hockey's-
his last color is, but question is
Yeah,
how does he get
exactly.
there? Yeah, well,
I have a question for Hockey after this round is over, because I have a feeling of what that last card is.
I mean, unless he did a huge fake out, we know it's blue. Which I mean, I don't think we've seen him play yet, but I think KT tried to do that once during a practice game we did, but
Like, leave it to KT to try new things.
Well, I mean,
Not many.
he got it from a specific someone, but we're not going to talk about that now. Anyways,
Anyways, hockey just sad that he has to draw.
Jenna's just
I
able to
would
keep
be as
running
well.
yellow. This is again another situation where Jenna's from behind and then she does something to try to take control of the game. So, I mean,
That
Hockey was saying the current plan was working, and I feel like this current plan has kind of been the same thing over and over again. And I mean, right now it doesn't seem like he's in a great spot because Jenna's kind of taking control of this game right now. But we'll see what Hockey gets here.
well, that's why
Oh, he
when I
finds the
faced Jenna,
blue.
that's why whenever when I played Jenna, I found it so hard that our styles matched was because she would always come from my I would put in a ruthless attack, she'd then put in another ruthless attack after mine. She is that type of player where like if you back her into a corner, she will fight.
We're gonna see what Jenna does here. The Hockey does find the blue and crosses over to the red.
Green and we get a rainbow.
It's
No,
another draw.
reception though.
Hockey losing control of this game here again. And Jenna
Jenna,
draws. Okay, so didn't have anything on the red, but it went more for a stall here. Not a bad play, but kind of puts herself in a weird spot here.
well, it's I feel like this is just like sort of like a KT special here with the ISOs. We all
Hmm.
know his. I wouldn't say like totally like his, but like it's around there.
We'll see what happens here, but red 6, Hockey draws. Does Jenna have a switch here? She does not, so keeps the draw going.
Yeah, I feel like choosing when to isolate is like, um, I think a part of the process is thinking, okay, how far behind are you still? Because I don't know. Well, we haven't seen a table check in a bit, but
Mhm.
I feel like if Jenna's still a little bit behind, I think she'll have to look into maybe being a bit more aggressive. But of course, if this plan is working, then there's nothing to worry about.
Jenna's finding these reds off the draw here, so that will help her in staying low, but
Yeah,
not sure if she's able to find a switch. I mean, she could get a switch here on the 1.
you definitely could. Or are we just gonna or are we seeing a gold situation and waiting for the connector?
Hmm. I mean, that's possible, although
It's a bit of a stretch, I know, but you never know.
Yeah, there are those games where someone's drawing on like one color because they have ammo on every other color, and they're just waiting for
all right,
that one opening.
1 up. Jenna draws again. Does Hockey find the switch on the 2? No. So we keep drawing. I don't know what number it has to be a higher number to find a switch here because we played a bunch of low numbers and got nothing. And just keeps drawing and drawing and drawing here.
Just keep drawing, just keep drawing, drawing.
Again, no table check for a while here.
That's a little scary.
Finally finds the switch, goes to the blue too. Okay. I do know what cards they have now, so.
Yeah.
Crossover for okay, so crossover or not crossover. Switch here from Jenna. And
Yeah.
there's the 9s. I felt like we were getting a switch on the higher cards. And Hug is gonna go with the double. And another light switch from Jenna here.
We're playing switching.
Might be just trying to see what he has here. Maybe trying to bait some of the ammo that could help Pocky either stall the game or even end it. So
Yeah.
and finds the +2 and then uses a while to go back into green.
I feel like that was a waste of ammo. Because the only reason I say that is because I would be surprised if Jenna doesn't have green, but I feel like Jenna would have green. It was just trying to find a weakness.
Could have potentially found it, but going back to green here, just hit 9 minutes, longest game of the series so far. I mean, all these games have kind of just built upon each other in terms of length. Started with 2, went with 4, last game was 7, now we've just passed 9 minutes here.
We're going up exponentially here.
I wouldn't say, I mean, yeah, I guess, but it's definitely a weird graph we're going to see here. But
Yeah.
Jenna's just taking a second.
Taking a breather. We all need to sometimes.
Yeah, this is where she wants to keep the pace at her control. Not gonna let the opponent dictate how she plays. So,
Which
um,
is
th-
fair enough.
Yeah, I mean, Jenna's really been able to
yeah,
control the pace of this game very well here because, I mean, we started with a really quick game and that went her way. So, goes with the +4, and then has the blue 8. And we're going to go for a skip train here, likely going to land back on green. There it is, green 2. 5 to 9, finally gets a table check there. Jenna with a 3.5 card lead.
Yeah.
And Jenna draws on the green, so didn't have any.
Oh, didn't have any.
Green 8. I mean, these are the numbers you got to be careful though, because you got to watch out for the switch. Just as I say, it gets to switch to blue 8.
Yeah.
I feel like these higher cards are more dangerous, but
Yeah. The higher cards are definitely more dangerous.
and Hockey has another +4 here, but that might not be what he wanted. He continues trying to run the green. It's another low card. Jenna doesn't get a single green from that, or at least it didn't want to play on that one. So
Yeah.
Hockey down to 6. Make it 5. Green 7. That's another high one. I wouldn't be surprised if there's a switch here. Just past 11 minutes. Jenna's got to go 1 down to green 6. Really, question is how long can Hockey run this green?
Yeah. Only time will tell.
Green 0, so that's another one. And Jenna's going to find the switch on the yellow here. Which, I mean, Hockey didn't like the yellow before. And crosses over to the blue. So again, foils that.
Three zeros. Yeah, I just.
Yeah, only missing the red here, unless I'm mistaken.
I'm
Yeah.
scrolling up right now.
Yeah, no red, no red 0 has been played yet.
Yep.
I almost. So that red 0 just came a whole lot more powerful, but might not be in either player's hand. And
Ooh,
Jenna has the +4. Didn't feel comfortable there, so burns it and goes
How
to
many minutes
yellow.
has it been? How many minutes has it been since the table
We're,
check?
we're up to 12 minutes. Well, we're up to 12:40 here.
No, without a table check.
That table check, it was just 2 minutes. It was 2 or 3 minutes ago. So
Oh.
yeah.
Alright. Making sure.
Green 1, blue 7, blue 9. I mean, we're running blues now. Didn't really stay on that yellow for long. I feel like Jenna might be looking to try to get back to that yellow there, but it could have also just been something looking for a switch. And Hockey runs out on blue. Another blue 5 here. Maybe looking for the switch from Hockey. Hockey taking a second. draws again. Let's see what Jenna does. It's Uno on the
Ooh.
yellow switch.
Ooh, no. She was setting herself up. Let's see.
Yellow skip, yellow 8. Is that the game? Past
Is
14
that
minutes. No, it is not.
no?
And hockey draws on the yellow 8 also. Only 1+4 left in the deck also, so
I was about to say that.
now we just draw on the yellows again. This has been a long one. Yellow 3,
Yellow three.
yellow
This is
7.
setup.
So both get that off the draw. Jenna not able to switch.
Hockey switch.
He is taking a second.
Having a little think about it.
I might want to think what he wants to do.
Looks like he's gonna switch.
He is going to have
Yep.
blue 7. I will notice we've had a lot of +4s here, but I mean the wilds have been kind of sparingly used. I think there's only been one wild played, so still a lot of that left on the table. No, 2 wilds. Never mind. No, oh wait, no, I'm trolling. There's actually been more. There's wilds played early on. So one wild and one wild +4 left, and Jenna has no blue, so that's not good for her.
Looking for a switch off a number.
And she finds
Yep.
it. Goes to green. Right. I think she's okay with that.
Yeah.
Red 5.
One up this time.
Red reverse. Is this the
reverse.
game? It's Uno, and that's the last red 0, so not getting a switch on the 0 at least.
Yeah.
Red skip. And steals the game right at the end! Oh my
Deals the
god!
game. Deals the
Wow!
game. Oh my god.
Insane.
What did I say? She attacks you. She will when you attack, she'll attack back. Basically, she was put in a corner and she fought out of it. What did I tell you?
Oh my god, that's even more
What if-
crazy if
what
that
if-
last card was red. Or even a
If that-
wild.
If that was the last wild though, that would be funny. Well, not funny, but you know what I mean. It'd be surprising. That's the word I meant.
Insane ending to that. That was 15. That was nearly 16 minutes. Green. Okay,
So
well
we are
the game was not going to end anyways. So
No.
that was going to be a tough one.
That switch cost him.
Yeah, the switch actually was what ended up costing him the game. But I mean, obviously that's not his fault because that's just a hindsight sort of thing. But kind of insane.
Hindsight is always 20/20. I'm gonna just if you can ask Jenna a question. I can
Yeah, I
type
thought
my
it was
question.
over and reversed it. I mean, Jenna, you said it. Y'all scared me. I mean, that was a very very tight game. Went back and forth throughout. Went nearly 16 minutes. But you're able to get the win there of a very hard fought game. You were one away from winning the series. So thoughts going into these next set of games, knowing you have the power play and you got one, and you need to just win one more of these to move on to the next round. And you have a question for hockey, right?
Yeah, I do. I'm typing it out now.
It's games like that that you like to see in the playoffs. That was literally anyone's game. I like both of them had at least 1+4. They were going back and forth. I mean, and I guess the costly mistake that hockey made, and not really a mistake in hindsight, not really a mistake until you see the hindsight. If he could have played the green 3, and Jenna would have tried to draw, and then I mean the game would have continued at least. Definitely took the risk in choosing to switch to red, even though he had a green left. So
Uh,
you know,
I was asking. Okay. I'll repeat the question for you. I mean, that was a bit long back and forth game, and I mean, you said it. Y'all scare me. Thoughts throughout that game as that went back and forth, and What's the thought process as you go into these last few games with the power play in hand and only need to win one or more of these to move on to the next round?
It would be hockey's call for game next, correct?
It would be hockey's call for the next game, yes,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, I was making sure because was going with my question.
alright. General,
I know I know I weirded it wordly, but that's just the way I am.
and I'll read it out for the stream here. Hockey, even though you were down 3-1, can you explain to me how you're feeling mentally going into Game 5 when you have the home advantage for now? I mean, you say that, but I feel like I have an idea of what he might go with, which has kind of been his downfall. Although he did have some
I do
success,
understand it.
but
I understand it may be obvious, but I feel it's just a good commentary question overall.
it is a good commentary question. I'm just curious to see if Hockey's going to do what he usually does, or if he's going to try to mix it up here with his back against the wall, because this is tournament line here. This is tournament on the line here. This is losers, so can't afford another loss.
Yeah, definitely. I will be right back, by the way. I just gotta go quickly do something.
Yeah, no, you're good. I mean, Jenna was typing up her answer here, so I get something here in a second. Hockey's typing his answer out to Alex's question. Yeah, absolute barnstormer of a game 4 that was, but still got some more action here. Just wait and see the players' thoughts, and then we'll jump into game number 5. But, I mean, what a match. Just taking a sec. Alright, trying to be patient and play the proper cards at the same time, hoping that this will work out in the end. And we'll see what Hockey says, and then game 5 going.
Back.
Alright, Hockey's still typing out. Hockey's still typing out his response.
Yep.
Yeah, just taking a bit. Don't know, but what I do know is I can't lose now because if I do, I'm gonna be mad. So, all right.
Fair enough.
But game 5 call will be Hockey's. Just can't pick 7. We'll see what he does. I think this could tell he goes 8. So, gonna stick with what he knows, and we'll see what happens with that.
Both join up, and the game starts with a red 5. What is that? Another 5 back to back.
We'll see what Hockey does. Hockey started with a double in the first 4 games so far. We'll see if he does it again. This time he doesn't start with a double, so a little bit of a change here. Just starts with a red 2.
Yeah.
Jenna
Jenna
draws. Wow, that's not the draw she wants early here. And Hockey draws as well, so the red really dry on this initial draw here.
It could be dry. You never know.
I would think these are truthful draws here. I don't think either player really has much of a reason to draw back at this point.
Well, yeah, I'm just saying in case, like, you know, because we know, like, someone like to pair or, like, those play styles is what I'm saying.
I mean, definitely, but I think there's situations where you want that, and then situations where it might not be much the deal thing. I don't think this is a situation where you really want that, but Hockey finds a
Yeah.
red 5 for the draw. Jenna follows
eight.
up with a red 8, and if we get a switch here, I don't think we're going to see red for a while. And there it is, green 8. So 3-color game here from this point. And a crossover
Oh,
to
yellow.
yellow.
Can we get a blue?
No, we get denied, but we
yellow.
do a double yellow reverse.
Question is that going to be a slap?
It is.
Oh, it's a slap.
And it's a blue wild, but he didn't play it right, so gotta type that up again. It's a big run. So 4-bagger there.
Ooh.
And switches it
green.
right away to green, but will Jenna have to go back to blue at some point?
Hockey with green. We divide it by 3 and we get 3. Then
One
we
up
go
this
1 up.
time. I mean, again, this is gonna be a 3-color war here, and Hockey's gonna run out on green. See, there's Gon joins Steve VC. And Jenna draws on green now also. So
Ooh, double it.
this might end up being a 2-color match here. And to get the switch to yellow, this might end up being a fight between yellow and blue now at this point. And
Might
Hockey has just straight up ran out on yellow as well. Jenna with the yellow skip,
be yellow skip.
and then the yellow 6. And Hockey draws right away.
Yeah,
Interesting call there.
it is definitely an interesting call.
Didn't even see what the number was gonna be. What's up? It's yellow 6.
It's yellow 6.
No, you're fine. You can play. Well, it's a ditto. Um,
Ditto.
maybe that's why she was a little confused.
Yeah, maybe.
I love draws. Well, Hockey's going to play a blue 6. So we go to
Play a
blue, but I'm wondering if
Oh,
this helps Jenna.
I was about to sing. Is this
Blue
the
8.
game that never ends?
Well,
Is what I was
It's
about to
not the
sing.
game yet. Blue 3.
So
which
this
the
should
tone.
be right up Hockey's. Should be Hockey's color.
Ooh, this goes back to
Ooh.
yellow. I mean, again, I think this is just a 2-color game from this point. There has been a lot of draws to fulfill the red, and Hockey ran out on green, and now he's running on yellow. So, I mean, this is not good for Hockey because he's been restricted to 1 color here.
Yeah, Jenna's looking for a double. I feel like it's gonna be a double.
And she's going to power play,
Power
so
play.
that might be it.
I feel like this is game.
Hockey does a little drawing. I think that's probably going to do it. And that's going to be a
Yeah,
check.
it
That's
does.
going to be it. And I mean, I think that was really just constricting Hockey to 1 color, and that was pretty much it. I don't even know if Hockey would have needed the. I don't even know if she would have needed the power play anymore because it seemed Hockey was pretty weak there. But that's going to do it. Going to end it off with a blue 0, and Jenna is going to move on with the power play. Keeps the momentum going, and unfortunately for Hockey, it does not quite get the win there. Could never really get the momentum started in the D2 championship. He will bow out in the first round of losers. So we'll go to Jenna here. I mean, yeah, you had a rough start, made some adjustments to fight against the pace, and you were able to pretty much cruise to a victory here. Played a great match, and overall, just great stuff. And you've claimed the last guaranteed D1 promotion spot into next year, so congratulations on that. Walk me through how you felt throughout that game and what you felt, in your opinion, was the big turning point to help you get the win. Yes, you are going to get a D1 spot for next season. Yeah, but thoughts on how that match went for you from your perspective, and what the big moment was in your opinion that shifted the tides and led you to the victory here tonight.
Oh no, for the record, gone. He wouldn't have been able to power play in that situation because she would have been at Uno, and you cannot power play when someone's at Uno. Congratulations on your promotion, Jenna. We both face each other and we both make it.
There's a question for hockey. 32 minutes. I think that was about. I mean, that was a little bit. That was a little bit longer. I think some people were projecting, but I mean, still one of the shorter series. But pretty good pretty good match, all things considered. Stayed around the same card range.
Yeah, definitely.
I should probably join UUT at some point. I probably will throw the link. I think I said I was going to throw the link in the description for the morning match. So I should probably get on that. But I mean,
You should join.
You could DM me a link to the server. And then I could join. I could join through there, and then also what's it called? Link it there. I don't know if I'll play, but I'll definitely try to spectate at least.
Join the dark side, G-Man. We
I mean,
welcome you.
I mean, I'll join you. I'll join UUT. I've been meaning to, but I kind of forgot. But
Yeah. Fair enough.
anyways, we'll see the kind of filling in the blank space in the in the stream here. Just waiting. Okay. Okay. No takeaways because I never learned and things went fine. I at least had fun. You know what?
Fair enough,
That's a fair enough. Good mentality to have if you're having fun. That's really the most important thing at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Yeah,
At least he's having fun playing Uno.
that's a good thing. So, I mean, that's gonna lock the placements from 9th through 12th. So Knight will be 9th and gets the first. Has the first call up spot for a promotion. Then it'll be Hockey, White Spider, and Amazing Pikachu in that order. So, Jenna goes from what's it called? What's up?
I was about to say, did both LCQ players make promotion?
No, Pikachu did not.
Oh yeah. Oh, Pikachu didn't. I thought it was someone else. Oops.
No. Unfortunately, Pikachu went 0-2 in the D2 championship, but still made it here. But Jenna is going to go for the LCQ to spot in D1 for next year and keeps her run going in the bracket. Probably one of the players with the biggest wave of momentum right now. But comments from her: I think I played well tonight. Didn't hesitate as much, and I played was able to defend on color switches and number efficiency to take the win. So gets the job done there. Well, there's the link to Ultimate Uno Tour. I will join that on my phone. So this MRE Uno broadcast is sponsored by Ultimate Uno Tour. They paid us $0 for the sponsorship, and we didn't profit from it, but it's still here. But anyways,
this is the advertisement.
Yep. Anyways, going to let's go to Alex here to start things out. I mean, I think you did step out for a little bit at the start, but was overall able to see most of this match. I mean, in your opinion, what was the big turning point in the match that helped Jenna get to the victory and kind of cost Hockey here in the D2 championship?
I feel like the biggest turning point was when Jenna was getting ahead. Just started off with the 2-1, because that sort of, I feel like, if I'm saying this correctly, it gave her the motivation to, like, like how take for example, like morale and stuff, right? When you're winning, you have higher morale, obviously, and if you're losing, you have lower morale. It's a matter of, like, if you are winning, can you keep the morale and can you keep the mentality going? If you're losing, can you get up higher than the winner's mentality? That's all it really comes down to, and I feel like Jenna was able to capitalize on the fact that Hockey didn't have the sort of morale, if you understand what I mean.
Yeah, I think I definitely get what you're saying there. I mean, going over to Yoshi here, obviously don't really expect like a massive comment here, but thoughts on the match, and really did it go the way you were expecting, or was there anything that kind of caught you off guard?
I think it was a pretty solid match overall. I think, if I think I expected it to be maybe a little bit closer, but Jenna coming out on top definitely, to me it made sense because just, I think the way she lost was basically, it was almost as like she was so close to winning that match. Even when she did lose, she was basically one game away from winning. So I think like if you don't rattle Jenna's cage, you're not gonna win, and I think that's what showed um in this one, because yeah, she lost the first game, but then she was able to um figure out how to win the games moving forward, and I think that game because that was a game where either player could have won, and Jenna comes out on top with that 15-minute long game. I mean, she's learning how to play long and she's learning how to play quick, and this versatility is going to help her beat fast players like these, and even slowing down Hockey to an extent, which maybe hurt him. But regardless, I think both players played well. Maybe Hockey a few moves that made the difference between winning the game and losing the game, but definitely not no glaring bad moves that Hockey made tonight. I think they can definitely recover from this and do well in D2 going into next year. Jenna, I'm very excited to see how she does in D1 though. I feel like the success she had for the tournament she played is going to show um, that she is not one to mess with. And I think D1 is the place she needs to be because she has a strategy that, as you can see in D2, barely anyone can really take advantage of.
Definitely agree with you there, but for now, still has to run through the D2 championship to continue. Let's take a look at the bracket here. So Jenna wins it 4-1. She's going to move on to face Goldie. I mean, another thing I want to point out here also, I mean, we'll look at the winners bracket. It's not fully updated, unfortunately. Again, Short's kind of been busy, but one thing I want to point out, haven't had a single sweep yet in this D2 championship, which is a really good thing to see. Shows a lot of competitiveness. Even in these matches where it ends up 4-1, still shows some fight from both players. So really, really good thing to see. We are really at the best of the best here, and been very, very happy to see that we haven't really had a complete blowout so far. But Jenna's going to move on. Goes on to face Goldie. That matchup has a possibility of happening tomorrow. We will keep you updated on that, but. Winner of that match will go on to face Camaro in the losers quarterfinals. We'll see what happens there, and then we'll go from there. I mean, the losers bracket is going to keep on going from this point, but yeah. But again, going back to what we said earlier. Tomorrow we got a bit of a morning special here with at 7 a.m. Yeah, very very early start time. We're gonna have Background and Steven go at it in winners finals to determine who will be waiting on the winner side of grand finals. That'll be exciting one to watch. That'll be best of 9, so make sure you tune in for that. And then later at 10:30 will be Teslim versus Alex. Another good matchup you gotta watch out for. I mean, all these matches you really gotta watch out for. Not gonna have I don't think we're gonna have a single dud for the rest of this tournament. So make sure you keep an eye out for that. That will be streamed as well, and then we'll keep you updated on when Goldie Jenna will be. But with that being said, I think that's going to wrap it up here. I have a Miami game to catch, so we're going to get ready for that. But until tomorrow, tomorrow morning, on behalf of Yoshi, Alex, and everyone on the MRE Commission team, we thank you all so much for watching, and we will see you all tomorrow for the start of winners finals with Background and Steven. Until then, good night, everyone, and go Canes.